at this, fam. I'm gonna punch a baby. Dude, I'm trying to set the delay up to so much less, but for whatever reason when we restream, the delay is somewhere between 7 and 800 hours. And that makes me sad. Also,
Are we sure about that, Brad? You did do something mess it up,
oh,
or is it just
I definitely did not do anything to mess it up because I am a genius. Wily Coyote, super genius. And also we get a super chat to start the day. Jordan coming in with Rockin' Stone. I think you meant to say Too Short, Too Furious, which is what I named it.
I like Too Short, Too Furious.
He already put that up for me. So we're gonna talk about lists today, everyone. It's been a hot second. It's one day that I'm not having someone stab me with anything or inject things into my dome.
Yet. It's still early.
It's still early. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. So we're going to do stuff and things. What are we going to start with? I don't remember what order I put these in, so I'm also surprised.
And I have no idea what list we're even talking about because Brad's like, Brandon, you can wing it.
Yeah, I'm a dick. So I don't have anything for this. You'll just wait to see. Go moo.
Go moo.
So we've got, first off, this list really tears me because on one hand, the name of it was Old Man Don't Move Bugs, which makes me super happy to just sit and drink while I'm playing 40K. But also, there's so many Norans at 275 that it started giving me heart palpitations. So we've got the Parasite of Mortrax, which is a cool story. 10 Gargoyles, Neurolictor, 3 one-man Pyrovores, 3 one-man Rippers, 3 units of Horus Specs, and 3 Norns. You can actually read these. Well, you're not going to in a minute because Zach sent me a list that I had to make super, I think the font is 1 for size. So I'd like to have more gargoyles, to be honest with you. I actually think Horus Spexes are underrated. For 125 points, you get just a bucket of attacks and 4 big attacks.
So does he have anything to stop me from blocking his entire army in with something?
Oh, he's got the Pyrovores, the Rippers. I think that the Pyrovores probably should go, and we should get more gargoyles.
I feel like I could take this entire army and just beat it by putting a devilfish in front of key openings and ruins.
I mean, possibly. And the thing
there's no guns. You gotta.
Well, the thing is we could get, if we took out a Norn and a Pyrovore, we can get 3 Exocrines. I mean, hold on. let me not be an idiot here. There's also 3 Psychophages in here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they were in there. They were just standing next to the Norn, trying to pretend like no one could see them.
No one knows they're there.
No one knows the.
So, did you come up with this title, Brad?
I know.
My biggest complaint is the title.
Well,
old man don't move bugs.
Well, you're talking shit to somebody that just tried to put a good title on something.
I like the list except for the title.
I understood it right away.
I mean, you're a caveman, so yeah.
True story. You're not wrong. The Psychophages don't do it for me. I think that we need to make Psychophages an Exocrine. If you're stuck in the Psychophages, cool, we can work around that. But otherwise, I would really like to see the Psychophages just become Exocrines. Now, we don't have to change very much, to be honest with you. Because we need to find 30 points, which is pretty easy on that. It is true. KR does have brand new eyes. He's got, laser eyes now, like Superman.
Oh, sweet.
That's mean to caveman. They don't remember dinosaurs like Brad. But if you put 3 Exocrines instead of 3 Psychophages, And I think if we got another unit of gargoyles, that this list would be big boy lovely. You know what I mean? So, what are your thoughts on that? Basically, turn the psychophages into exocrine, get ourselves another unit of gargoyles, and I'm perfectly happy with this being a big boy, just take the board list. Because you got to remember, when we're trying to change lists, everyone, I'm trying to stay with the theme of the list. You know what I mean? I'm not just trying to change it into something else. So the theme of the list is big boys plop down and take the objectives. And I'm perfectly happy with Horus Specs, Norn emissaries, 80s high-fiving each other and just moving up and just taking a middle objective. But I think we need more gargoyles, and we do need some pew pew.
But it does say old man don't move bugs, so maybe he doesn't want gargoyles.
I mean, the theme of the army was old man don't move bugs. So I think that what we do is we change the psychophages to exocrine, get ourselves another unit of gargoyles, and keep it as is, because it's got a theme to it. You know what I mean?
So what does the psychophage do? Doesn't it give feel no pain or something? Like an aura of feel no pain?
Well, we just need a couple guns. Like a psychophage basically has the ranged attack is the torrent, which is just a flamer. So, and it does have its melee attacks are decent. It's D6 plus 1. It's strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage, but it's anti-psyker 4 with devastating wounds. So depending on what you're playing, obviously it could do some mojo. But exactly, you always need more gargoyles. Even in a big boy list, you need more gargoyles. They're just so good. They're wildly the best unit in the codex. So, but to keep the mojo in this list, I would turn the psychophages into exocrine. I would dump a couple pyrovores to get me more gargoyles. You know what I mean? Basically, I'd probably just chunk pyrovores for gargoyles and the trade exocrines. And then you still have your Norns and your Horospexes doing shenanigans. And I love it. What do you think?
It's a lot of big boys.
All right. Orcs. Zach sent me this. This is Battle for it. Basically, they had a crazy deal at his store for like 2 battle boxes. So he's like, I want to bring everything that's Beast Snagga. So it's a Beast Boss on Squig, a Knob on Smash a Squig, 2 Pain Bosses, Uncle Maz, 4 units of 10 Beast Snaggas, 2 Gretchen, 2 Storm Boys.
No, 3 Gretchen, 3 Storm Boys, because your formatting's terrible.
Yep. I'm looking at this. You know what? Screw this. I'm going to delete these as we're sitting here, and I'm just going to say, ready? 3 times 5. There you go. Now it fits. I'm a formatting genius, Brandon. You know what? We're doing this too. What? You guys weren't expecting me to fix this shit on stream? Who are you? Have you met me before? But I like this quite a bit. But I want more ability to take care of big shit.
Well, now you got to fix the Squig Hog Boys. You can't half-ass it.
I can too.
Yeah, fix it.
I did.
Fix it. There you go.
You talk back to me.
I mean, there might be a delay, so I'm yelling at you.
There's a hell of a delay. Hell of a delay. But, so, I like this. In a lot of this, I would just change the Pain Boys for War Bosses. Because, actually, I can't even do that because I don't have places to put them. The Pain Boys give Feel No Pain. I already have a 6 of Feel No Pain on the Beast Snagga Boys. And obviously...
So, are the Pain Boys doing anything?
No, I just kill them.
No, like, do they legitimately do anything in this list?
In this list, no, I'm saying literally in this list they do nothing.
So you have 1 Beast Boss. Why can't you just take more Beast Boss?
Well, I would. You know what I mean? We could take, but the problem is they're super expensive. Beast Bosses are 100 points. My tech skills are unmatched, my friends. Unmatched. But the biggest thing on this is I think that I would just, because he wants to bring the Beast Snagga. The whole point of this list is Beast Snagga. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the bee, almost like basically you want to be snake bites, because that's what he was buying from this. He was getting those battle forces. So to be fair, I would probably choose, let's just make the kill rigs, Hunter rigs, save us 40 points. We lose characters on that too. We do lose the power, but I'm fine with that. And I'd like to make at least one of these Beast Snagga boys a 20-man, because we can put a billion people in the rigs. So I want to make a 20-man on that. So I'd like to go 20 10 10.
Well, you don't even need to. If you drop the Pain Boys who aren't doing anything.
Well, I mean, we can get more shit. That's my whole point, though. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We can literally get more units of Squigog boys for one, because 125 points gets you a unit there. So I would do that in a second. Maz kicks ass. The Beast Boss is fucking, fine. We could get another. I'd like to get another Beast Boss. For sure, we want another Beast Boss. So basically, we kill 2 Pain Bosses, and we get a Beast Boss, and we have 20 points left over. We make the kill rigs, 100 rigs, and then we have 60 points. I'd like to get a unit of bikes in here, to be honest with you. I'd like to get a unit of something else. You know what I mean? I love 3 Gretchen. I love 3 Storm Boys, to be honest with you. It's just nice having enough trash in your list to do things. So it's a big deal on that. So,
Commandos? Would commandos be worthwhile?
no, you can only take 10-man commandos. That's the reason I don't take them. Other way, if you could take 5-man commandos, they'd be in every one of my lists. I just don't want a 10-man commando for $130.
Would trucks be worthwhile?
Yeah, it's just who's going in a truck right now. You know what I mean? Because you're basically putting 20, 10, 10 in the kill rigs, or 100 rigs if we do that. I wouldn't mind a try. I wouldn't mind a try for the other stuff. Commanders are so cool, but 100% they are. What we don't have in this list is Dirty Bad Ruck and the Boys. So I'd like to just fit that in. But that requires a lot of hacking and slashing. Because we have just no guns whatsoever, so we're not clearing anything out. Yeah, the Beast Boss and Squigosaur is not my friend. If you drop the Pain Boss and the Beast Boss, you get Dirty Bad Ruck and the Boys, which does seem amazing. I'd rather do that. It keeps the theme, though, still. 100%, Mike. That's why I think we need Dirty Bad Ruck and the Boys in a truck. So...
maybe he just didn't go that route because it's not actually in the battle force.
Yeah,
I don't know what's included in the battle force, but I know that's definitely not included in the battle force.
True, but like Dirty Bad Ruck and the Boys is...
It solves a lot of issues for your list.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the points real quick. So it's 270, 355 is... Sorry, 335 is Dirty Bad Ruck and the Boys in a truck. And we come pretty goddamn close to that with Pain Bosses and Beast Boss, because that gives us 285. I would use a unit of probably... To tell you the truth, I'd probably go down to 1 Storm Boys and then just bring Dirty Bad Ruck and the Boys. And then I just still love this list. Because then you get just a... And the thing is that people don't understand, Dirty Bad Ruck and the Boys beats the shit out of stuff. Those dudes are still basically knobs. They have 4 attacks apiece, 5 on the wand. And Bad Ruck gives a -1 toughness aura. So that's just a big deal. You know what I mean? I get Symmetry, of course, but like, those guys will fuck shit up. You know what I mean? 50 attacks plus Bad Ruck in a hand-to-hand is pretty bonkers. They all have choppas.
That's the cool thing, KR. It might be a hard model to find, but if he's going with Beast Nagas, you could just convert one.
True story. You can also
I would just convert them all to match the Beast Nagas.
Yeah, basically do Beast Snagga Beast Snagga flash kits. That would be awesome. And you can get shit tons of actual Beast Snagga boys, and they're really close. You just need the snaz guns. You just put the snaz gun right in their hand.
You don't even need the snaz gun, though. It's just literally whatever cool-looking weapon you hand them, and then you make it twice the size.
Oh, yeah, true story.
Like, do you have some spare missile launchers from your Space Marine army they can't use anymore? Give them to the orcs. They're now snaz guns.
We do have another orc list. Let's go to that, because it's called the Orc Party Bus. And it was similar. It's got a Beast Boss. It's got Maz, 2 War Bosses, 10 Beast Snagga Boys, 3 trucks, a Gorkanaut, because I just think he wanted to throw that in there to fuck with me. 5 Ludas, 2 sets of 10 knobs that go with the war bosses and trucks, 3 times 3 Squig Hug boys, and 2 times 4 Storm boys.
So this is more of just a general statement for me, but if orcs are coming out in the next 4 weeks, shouldn't we like not be lurking with them?
Look, this is what was put in the goddamn. I am a man of the people. This was put in the Discord. I work with what the Discord needs. More Gorkanauts. You know what, Playmaker? I am going to talk about a list that I didn't do a thing for, which is 3 Gorkanauts and 2 Morkanauts, and it was sent by Lord Amnesia, and he literally made me want to pass out. So we're going to talk about that list at the end.
There's no party bus in here.
Well, the party bus is the fact that the Gorkanaut can actually put the Beast Snagger boys inside of it. So it's just kind of fucking hilarious.
Well, how many guys can transport?
10. I think it's 10 or 11.
I feel like you need a war wagon or something. You need an actual party bus. That's just a regular bus.
You want a battle wagon here is what you're saying?
If you're going to call it the orc party bus.
Yeah, I love that you're just making the name of it now. You're like, because of the name, we need to have a battle wagon.
It needs a battle wagon.
We have nothing to go with the battle wagon.
Sure you do. You got 20 knobs.
I'm not putting 20 knobs in one spot. My God. You just made my heart freak out. Hey, man, I want to hit that 800-point battle wagon. Oh, God. Elizabeth, I'm coming to see you. Looters are terrible. Like, bad, unfortunately. They hit on 6s. They killed the Luda. They basically said, you guys used to be too good. Now you're going to be awful. And they are. They're fucking gargantuanly terrible. I love me some Squigog boys. They're just so good. So I can't to go away from that. 2 war bosses in the knobs are a must-have because the +1 to hit, and they make a -1 to wound. Mm-hmm. Beast boss goes into the Beast Snagger boys. Beast Snagger boys can go into, make sure they can get it. I'm 90% sure they can get into the Gorkanaut. I want to make sure it's just infantry. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
So you swap up the 5 Ludas for 11 Gretchen?
12 orc infantry. 100%. The Ludas die and Gretchen come in. And you know why, Ludas. You know what you did. You're bad. You done did something bad.
They're paying for their sins of 8th edition, apparently.
100%. They're fucking god. They're just god awful now. But Luda's become Gretchen for sure. A Michael list someday, I will literally lose my mind. It just hurts my story. I would not be able to put a Playmaker list on the board. You just bring nothing but big shit.
He took 8 Land Raiders.
8 Land Raiders, and his list before that was 3 Astraeuses. It's just like all of his lists like make me want to have a heart attack. I mean, they'd be fast. I mean, if the whole main thing was me to see how much wine I could drink while playing 40K because I'm doing nothing else, that would be the list I would bring.
I mean, there is a team tournament coming up, Brad.
Yeah,
I think it's time for you to play the 8 Land Raider list.
Ooh.
I mean, Redeemers have the grenade keyword.
That is true. I'll overwatch them and grenade strat them. But we need Gretchen. I mean, the Gorkanaut's kind of hilarious to have in there. He's super not efficient, but I think that you just throw the guys in there.
No big mech to make sure that Gorkanaut actually makes it somewhere.
No, you have to do a rapid ingress on it.
Okay.
The Gorkanaut's not making it anywhere. The Gorkanaut also moves at the speed of smell. So that's another thing about the Gorkanauts and the Morkanaut. They're slow as shit. So Ludas have to become Gretchen. Besides that, I actually like this list quite a bit. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Gorkanaut, but and it's another list. Every orc list is better if you put Dirty Bad Rook and the boys in it. They have 1 billion shots and 1 billion attacks. How can you not like flash kits? They're just bonkersville good.
They're totally getting nerfed when that codex comes out.
I will punch you right in your face. You know what? Hold on. Fucking,
probably don't even have it saved there.
Yeah, I do. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Motherfucker. Don't.
I mean, I called the Dark Angels Codex.
You literally already stole my codex by having Tau jump in front of orcs.
Yeah, it was totally me. Totally me.
100%.
Yes.
You're
Nothing to do with world events and delayed cargo ships. Nothing to do with
your
that.
goddamn negative attitude hurt the orcs so much that they delayed them.
You just didn't believe enough in the orcs, Brad.
I fucking believed.
You didn't believe enough. You should believe
Enough?
some more. You should believe more.
I believe, but I still think that I can go back in time now and get the orc codex before the Tau codex, even though it's already out.
The Tau Codex isn't officially out, so it's still a race to see who actually gets the codex.
What do you
first.
mean it's not already out? It's literally
you can't use it at any tournament. It's not out.
I can hold the Tau codex in my hand and show it to you. It's out.
Do you mean this Tau Codex that we just talked about on Sunday?
Exactly.
The one that I'm holding in my hand, but I can't use until the actual codex comes out?
You fucker. Now you're just being a dick. You're like, I'm not even going to use my new book.
You can't. No tournament's going to allow you to use this book.
That's a liar. Totally Team tournament's going to use it. We haven't got TO codes. It doesn't exist.
That's what I'm saying. It's a nice table decoration right now because I can't use it.
This is bullshit.
If I could use this book at the team tournament, I would be playing a crew detachment.
You know, you're a bad person.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
For hurting me inside with this. Now the tower just taunting the orcs.
I mean, I believed in the crew and that I was delivered.
Yes.
You didn't believe enough in the orcs.
I love it. Again, Rhinosaurus, I'd allow Brad to use it just to rub salt in the wound that Tau came first. Fuck me on that. All right, screw this. We're going to KR's Planorama. So, KR sent a list that is biologists, Grav Cap with add up. This is all Imperial Fist, by the way. Grav Cap, add up the Codex, Phobos Librarian. Whoops.
That's a Phobos Lieutenant.
Like I said, Phobos Lieutenant. Tor, Big Dong Garadon. It's literally the one Imperial Fist character that is fucking awesome. Not only has he always had good rules, but that dude in the fluff is a motherfucker. That dude kicks people's asses.
I thought Lysander was pretty good. Doesn't he have like a strength 10, damage 3 hammer?
Lysander's good, but I don't like his fluff. Tor Garadon is always a badass. He's literally should be one of the Expendables. He's just sucking cool as shit. That was definitely not the name, KR. I did make a creative license with this. Hold on.
Was it the Big Dog name or the KR?
No. KR's the army list name. Hold please. I gotta go into the thing with the stuff and the thing. Do mellow yellow. You know what? I will change the title for you. Because I just like saying mellow yellow. Also, that drink is terrible.
All right. You're like 2 lists or 2 units away from this being a pure Highlander list. Can we just make it a pure Highlander list?
No. Okay, here's the notes on it. So he wants to make sure. Well, this is a big deal for me. Because I was looking at this list and I'm like, what could I change? And I'm like, I'm not super dumb with the heavy intercessors and I hate vindicators. And immediately KR's next line was, I really want to keep the vindicators in. And I love the heavy intercessors. I'm like, God damn it. Mellow yellow. But where the hell did I go here? I'd like the Eradicators to be 2 units of 3. I really want these Incursors to be another unit of Infiltrators because I don't care about their buff at all. I kind of don't care about the Thunderstrikes buff because you're already... I have no idea this list sucks, to be honest. It doesn't suck. It's just Vindicators...
I feel like if you're going to take a Storm Raven, you need 2 of them.
Kind of, but man, that's a lot of points to sink in, brother.
Yeah, but he has a Thunderstrike. That's almost a part.
Yeah, I would. I hate saying that. You're making me sad right now, Brandon, because I'm going to actually encourage someone to bring another flyer.
If you're gonna commit to the Storm Raven, you need 2 Storm Ravens, and then when you're committing to that, you should probably take at least 1 Dreadnought.
Just to make sure you drop it off with it.
Yeah. Like, isn't that like the staple winning list right now for Dark Angels?
He says he owns one. Do you have one? KR, I will just send you a Storm Raven. Just give me your address. I have 6 in the basement. I've been trying to give them away for years now.
You should send me one so I can turn it into a piece of terrain and then deliver it back to you.
I swear to God, don't make it into a piece of terrain. If you use it, I will give you one. Those goddamn things have been sitting in my basement since 8th edition ATC WTC. So, yes. But I do agree with Brandon on this. 2 Storm Ravens would be better. I will send you the Storm Raven. I'm like, you know what? You have to wait until you see me. I'll give you a Storm Raven and ATC, but only if you're drunk.
Oh, he'll be drunk. Don't worry.
The biologist goes with the aggressors, of course.
It could go with the Eradicators, though, depending on your target.
Maybe. The thing is the 6 Eradicators with the biologists are nice, but like I just don't like it as much as I like them with 6 aggressors. And I do like having 3/3 Eradicators because all of your buffs that are built into the Eradicators work no matter what size your unit is. You know what I mean? So you're getting the rerolls if you're shooting monsters or vehicles. So like I'd rather just have more options to go places. Because if I need 6 Eradicators, I'll just bring 2 units of 3 out. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So I do agree with Brandon. We turn the Thunderstrike into another Storm Raven. We need to find points.
Probably the Evisaur.
I don't know if I care about the Phobos Lieutenant, to be perfectly honest with you.
I was trying to think of what the Phobos Lieutenant actually does. Doesn't it? You shoot and then he can move 6 inches.
You and Alan are laughing at me for what? I mean, there's so many reasons to laugh at me, Carbona. I don't know which. You got to narrow that down, buddy.
It's because we're talking together. That's why. He's waiting for the Alan story at Adepticon, probably.
Oh God, you guys! I'm making you guys play every year. Every year at Adepticon, Brandon and Alan are playing, and then I'm playing with Eloise on the other table. That is what's happening.
You know what we're gonna do?
Till the end of time.
I'm gonna call right now. You should put Alan and I on the same team. Not play against each other, but play with each other.
No, because you would do the exact same thing that you do when you play against each other. You would just argue. The other team would just walk away and go do something while you guys argued.
Perfect. They can put us on a chess clock.
Yeah, you would waste all of the time and you would never move a model. That is what would happen. Nothing would happen on the table. You guys would eventually get separated and get timeouts. But with that being said, I think we need another. I agree on you with the Storm Raven. We kill the Thunderstrike, get another Storm Raven. I'd like to see 3 and 3 Eradicators. And I don't think we need the Phobos Libby. And I forget what a depth of the Codex actually does. I have to look at that up again real quick. Because he can jump into anything, because he took the Gravis guy, so he could join any of these Gravis units, which makes it a lot easier, of course.
Well, so I imagine Tor's going with the Eradicators and the Gravis Captain's going with the Aggressors. So maybe that's why he wants it to be a 6-man squad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it at all. You know what I mean? It's just he does what he does. I mean, Tor just bonkers town smashes people. Dude is strength 12. I do hate the fact that they made him damage 2 instead of like what he used to be. I mean, he does. You basically take him against vehicles, monsters, because he gets +2 strength, +2 AP, and +2 damage. So he's damage 4, AP 4, and strength 14 against that. Which is legit. It's also attack, so it works on his fucking gun. So, but and more. Yeah, I still think I go with double Storm Raven, to be honest with you. Double Storm Raven. Allie can laugh now that his ass is. Dude, those guys got like the worst food poisoning. I was so happy that I was just sick going into that meal, so I didn't eat any meat. So it worked out. So I definitely would get the other Storm Raven. Get the other Storm Raven. I do think we can lose one of these characters because I don't think they're all need.
I don't think the Phobos Lieutenant's worth it. I don't. It's not really
Well,
doing
well, we
anything.
still need 80. You know what I mean? So if anything,
You said you didn't want the Incursors.
well, I wanted the Incursion. I'd like double infiltrator. There's so much shit that drops down on you now, dude. You know what I mean? 12-inch deny is a huge deal.
So 160 plus 55. So you need 35 points. I guess the Evisaur?
I want to see if this list has any points in the beginning to work with. Nope, it's 2,000 points in the nose, I think. That makes me sad. Yeah, but I'd like the double Storm Raven would help a ton. It also gives you just options to throw people inside shit. But also, I would lose one of the characters. I really want double infiltrators though. That's not
then the Vindicators are gonna have to go. That's
He said the Vindicators aren't going. It was literally one of the first things that he said. Vindicators have to stay. Otherwise, the Vindicators would go.
Then you only get a single unit of infiltrators.
Dirty Badrock will face this list for sure. Oh, 100%, brother. 100%. You know what? He's not wrong. It would totally fix it. Dirty Badrock fixes everything. But Double Storm Raven.
How much is a Phobos Librarian? 60?
The Lieutenant's 55.
No, how much is the Librarian? 60?
Oh, Jesus. Hold on. You're asking me questions I wasn't prepared for. Librarian in Phobos is 70.
70. And what is did we figure out what add up to the Codex does?
No. But why am I not getting it? Hold on. Because he actually made this into a it's the Gladius puff. Add up the Codex. Cha-ching! Add up the Codex is the one that has started the command phase. The bears on the battlefield, instead of selecting combat doctor to be active for your army, you can select the tactical doctor, and I would just dump that. Because we need points. But right, having a Phobos Librarian would be way better than the Lieutenant. Because then you couldn't target those infiltrators. Fucking Carmona. Brad, when you're going to play, I'll host you here in San Diego. You just have to sign something agreeing to leave at some point. No squatting. You can't stop me from never leaving San Diego.
He would enjoy the very nice weather.
I mean, last time I went out to San Diego, Carmona tried to die instead of hanging out with me. That's a true story. He was like, I'd rather be at the hospital than talk to you. I was like, that's hurtful, man.
All right, so if you drop the Evisaur, you drop the Thunderstrike, and you drop the Incursors, that gets you 320 points. You take a Storm Raven, you have 80 points left. So you take a...
You make the Phobos Lieutenant a Phobos Librarian.
All right, so...
And then you put them with the infiltrator. Points. Well, then that means that you can't be targeted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you have 65 points left. How much does it add up to the Codex?
20.
What's 85 points? The Vindicar, not Caldas, correct?
That's an Evisaur he's got right now. It's only 75 points.
Yeah, but now we have 85 points because I dropped the Evisaur because it's not good.
I mean, we could put a Caldas in here. Caldas is way better.
Well, how many points is a Caldas?
150 billion.
Oh, okay. Seems good.
He is... I don't know why I'm blanking on everything today. It's probably because my brain's exploded. He is exactly 90 points.
Okay. Well, you have 85 points to work with. So I guess you could take the whichever assassin you want, except for the Caldas.
I mixed up my Abby with Viagra. So tell me what you took out first. You took out the Thunderstrike and...
The Thunderstrike, the Incursors, and the Evisaur Assassin.
And we put in a Calidus and a Storm Raven.
and we upgraded the Phobos Librarian to a, or
Phobos,
sorry, the
Phobos
Phobos
Lieutenant to a
Lieutenant into a
Phobos Librarian.
Librarian. Yep. And then we lost Add Up to the Codex.
And how many points do I have?
85. Take another biologist.
No, I'd like to get 15 points and take another infiltrator squad is what I want. Tra-la-la. But I need points. God damn it. You're gonna need some blue pills for all that.
I would still like to see a Dreadnought here too.
We're not getting the Dreadnought.
One Vindicator's funny. You don't need to.
He's literally says he wants the Vindicators in here, you dick.
Does the Storm Raven transport a Vindicator? No, so we should get a Dreadnought.
Oh, let me look at the Discord. I want to play the Vindicators. What? Stop. Kind of. I lost connection for a minute. Are you back? Am I back?
I'm here. I hear you.
Are we all
I
back?
think we're back. We're back.
All right.
List fixed. Stop trying to play Vindicators.
This list broke the streak. We double up and we make the Librarian. Exactly. He's playing the fucking Vindicators, Brandon. You shut your face. I think we make the Heavy Intercessors. One of the Heavy Intercessors unit becomes another Infiltrator unit. How about that?
You still have 85 points to spend.
Then you put the Incursors right back in. How about that?
Are they actually like beautifully painted? If they're beautifully painted, I'll allow it.
That's his whole point.
Okay. All right.
Who are you? What are you trying to be? You're the end of fun.
I'm the Hey, at least I got my tablet before the orcs.
Oh, screw you. This is why you're the end of fun. Who likes Tau more than orcs? You're a terrible person. You know what? Screw this. Too short, too furious. That's all I have to say. We got a Call, an Iron Master, 10-man Hearthkin Warriors, 2 Sages, 6 Thunderkins, 5-man Zerg Squad, a 10 and a 5 Hearthguard, a Land Chunk, 2x6 bikes, and a 3-man bike. Okay, here's the situation. Parents went away on a week's vacation. I don't like the chunk in this list. I just want more shit, which is typically what I want. Because I can get like so much more stuff for that chunk.
Like what? What are you getting?
I can get more Sag, I get more units. You know what I mean? It's just, I think one of the weaknesses of the Votan is that they usually just don't have enough stuff. You know what I mean? So they have a hard time playing. Basically, the Votan don't have any cardio. So that's a big thing. The Land Fortress is 2.25. You know what I mean? I can get double Sag basically for that. And Sag are just good.
What's going in on that?
Well, we've got a unit of Zergs. We got all kinds of shit that we can put in the thing. Yeah, I mean, there's Zergs in there. We're gonna split the Warriors. Oh, we need one more unit, don't we? Yeah. I mean, I just the land chunk's okay, but like those bikes are bonkersville good. 6-man bike units are just insanity. They just do so much damage. They can also just pop off the board if they're within 6. It's huge. I've got 5'6" of Blind Fury. Welcome to the club, baby.
So do you drop the Iron Master and the Land Fortress for what? 10 more Warriors, 2 more sets?
Well, we need somebody with Grim Demeanor, and he goes in the Hearthguard. So the call, I don't really care who goes in it with it. It's not married to anything. You need someone with Grim Demeanor going with the Hearthguard. I hate saying it, but I wouldn't mind 2 10-man units of Hearthguard. I mean, the Grim Demeanor unit's bonkersville the best unit. Because
so what does that do for everyone who has no idea what that is?
So Grim Demeanor ignores modifiers, which means that they can't, and it's all modifiers. So what happens is that you ignore hit modifiers, but you also ignore minuses to wound, minuses to hit, but also minus damage and stuff like that. So you're doing full damage. You ignore the half damage from people and stuff like that, which makes the Hearthguard bonkersville better. And you can just put the plasma guns become fantastic because they're 2 damage, but when you're shooting people that at half damage, of course, you know what I mean? Half damage or -1, you weren't getting the full volley. So I like both of those upgrades, to be perfectly honest with you. So Grim Demeanor ignores all modifiers. And Appraising Care, in your command phase, you basically select one objective marker your opponent controls until the start of your next command phase. While an enemy unit is within range, that marker counts as having 1 more judgment token, and judgment tokens are disgusting because +1 to hit, +1 to will. I'm not opposed to that, Carmona. Thunder can do great damage, and I think they're underrated.
Now, can you fit 6 Thunder Kid in a Sagitar?
Why would I lie about being short? Like, I'm just.
Brad wants to believe he's 6 foot, so when he jumps on Tinder, he could get those dates.
Yeah, I'd say it's 6'5". I'm gonna go for it. I'll just go all in. If I'm gonna lie, I'm going all in.
He's like, I'm actually 6'5", but I'm dyslexic.
But with this, I don't think the chunk fits in for what you're trying to do with everything else, and you want more just ability to do shit. So I wouldn't mind just having more units, period. I always kind of want a little more units, period, but I just don't think the land chunk fits into this. And the 10 Hearthguard are jumping with the call with Grim Demeanor, again, jumping down and doing that much damage is just bonkersville. So that's fantastic. So I love that combo quite a lot. Exactly, that is true. The Playmaker, literally, I got a picture with him, and then I just pulled out a chair and stood on it while in the picture. And then he said,
I was about to say, was Michael laying down for this?
Nope, I was standing in a chair. And I was barely taller than him, by the way.
He is Sasquatch. He is gigantic.
True story. He is a giant person. So Brad is a fan of lots of little units. He's always been intimidated by large units. And this is where the stream circled the drain. I'd rather have more ability to just punk shit. Let me see what the cost is on this. I mean, because like I could get 5 more. Because if you take the fortress out, I have 2.25 left to play with, and another 5 Hearthguard is 160. I could get a unit of Thunderkin for 85 for 3. And
now, does the Iron Master have the Grim Demeanor?
No, the call will go with the Hearthguard. And to be honest with you, if we're
you need another one now.
No, because I could join like shit tons of guys, because at that point in time I might take an E-Champ and just jam him in with the Hearthguard, because I don't know if we need the Iron Master if we don't have a chunk, because his whole thing is that he's a tech priest, basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he makes somebody +1 to hit, but we don't really need that. So E-Champ's actually 5 points less, and he also can reroll charges, which is nice. So you put him with the other Hearthguard unit, and that
does he have Grim Demeanor or no?
No, he can only have Grim Demeanor or one guy. It's an enhancement. The call gets Grim Demeanor, joins the one unit of Hearthguard, and then the E-Champ would join the other unit of Hearthguard.
So how many points do you have left then?
Well, I don't, because I gained 5. If I chump the land fortress, I have 230 points. But if I make that other unit a Hearthguard and a 10-man unit instead of a 5-man unit, then I have 70 points left, and then I can get nothing because it's fucked points. So this is why Votan just need more goddamn
soon
units.
Soon. I think they're gonna have some jumpy guys and some commando kind of guys.
What do you mean? Soon? When? I
Probably
still have an
before the
Orc
orcs
Codex,
come out.
motherfucker.
Before the orcs come out.
Before the orcs come out. You know what? You're a bad human.
How much are warriors? Are warriors more than 70?
Yeah, they're 110. It's a 10-man unit.
Ugh. That's why I don't like this army. There's just so few units.
Did I miss a unit? Did I miss a champ? Hold on. I may have completely missed the champ in the first place. Oh, never mind. It already had an E-champ. Okay, cool. So we already have an E-champ, so we have so many more points.
So yeah, so whatever points take Thunderkin or Warriors.
Well, we could kill the yeah, he's already leading the 5. Yeah, well, he can only go with the Hearthguard. The E-champ literally only can go with Hearthguard. But I'd like to just have a bigger unit on that. So if I
So if you drop the Iron Master and the Land Chunk, how many points do you have?
300.
Okay, so then you have 140 points left over.
Yeah.
Because you're buying 5. So what do you get for 140 points?
A shit ton, actually. We could get another unit of Warriors. We could get a unit of Thunderkin. We could run trip 6-man instead of 2 6s and a 3. We could do a Sag and something. Probably more Sag, to be honest with you, because we're splitting the Warriors into the 2 Sag right now. We could do another Sag and put the Zerks inside it. It sounds like a dirty word. Oh, it's gonna be a dirty Sag. Yeah, I mean, Sag going the Zerks. I agree on that. Let's make you know what, we'll get another Sag and we'll make the second Hearthguard unit a 10-man. So we'll run 20 Hearthguard instead of 15. The E-champ that was already there goes in the Hearthguard. I like that a lot, to be honest with you. It just gives us more options. It also gives us more damage.
Do you have any points left over? I have no idea how much a Sagittar costs.
We're just gonna put an enhancement. Sagittar is 115.
All right, so you got 35 points left. 35 points left over.
I don't mind that at all. We could do the same thing on that. So we could just get more shit. Period. If we don't take a Sag, we could just take another. We could take Thunderkin and something. A Kiki.
He keyed. He keyed.
I keyed. Yes, 100%. Jesus Christ. I don't think you know what that word means. So I gotta pause on that one.
All right, any more lists?
Yeah, Let's got robots.
Let's do it.
This is a Hypercrypt, the Bringer, Nightbringer, Void Dragon, Imhotep the Stormlord, Hexmark Destroyer, Plasmancer, Technomancers, 10 Immortals, a 5-man Lich Guard that's going to join Imhotep, 3 1-man Destroyers, 3 1-man Heavy Destroyers, 6 Wraiths, and a Monolith. So the Technomancer goes with the Wraiths. To give them infantry, it's actually a big deal. Not only does it give them pain, but it actually lets the Monolith pull them through because they get the infantry keyword. Yeah, that is true. Look at his hat. I like a lot of things about this list. It's just a good list. I'd like to see some forward deployers though. So I'm just debating on the heavy destroyers, the single heavy destroyers and the single heavy other destroyers versus bringing either a flayed 1 unit or a Deathmark unit. I mean, you don't really have to have the deep strike, but I don't hate it. But we don't have any forward deploying this army at all. The heavy destroyers are also 50 points. I've been back and forth on them, just because of the fact that they're, you can put the Gauss Destructor on them, or the volley shots. The only thing about the Gauss Destructor is just 1 shot. You know what I mean?
So is there a reason for the 3x1? Like, are they there to do actions? Do they actually accomplish anything?
Well, the small destroyers are amazing. For 30 points, you can't beat those guys.
Okay.
Because they just do actions. And the thing is that you can just pick them up. You know what I mean? It's Hypercrypt. You can pick up 3 units a turn. So
do you want like Scarabs? Are Scarabs worthwhile in this?
Not in this list, I don't really think. They won't be doing anything. The thing that I'm like, Imhotep basically gives you a CP, so you always have the ability to do 3-inch deep strikes. So he's in the back with the Lich Guard, just taking an objective. Nightbringer and the Void Dragon are just the best Catans, so yes. Hexmark Destroyer does shenanigans. Obviously, he can just shoot you when you Overwatch and stuff like that. Or shoot you with Overwatch. He's great at picking up trash. Cut all the junk and put the silent kick in. And then he goes Seraptic Heavy Construct. Yes, so much no. But the Immortals bounce around and do stuff with the Plasmancer. I like that combo. It does a decent amount of damage. I mean, this is a good list. You know what I mean? So there's not that much to change on this. I just don't know how I feel. I've played against and with the heavy destroyers, and it's just, I don't know how I feel about it, because they're, when you take the Gauss Destructors, I mean, you can take the trash shots and just have 12 shots with rapid fire with it at 18, and you do a decent amount of work, but like, I think you're already doing that with all your volume here. The Gauss Destructors just got that one shot. Now it is damage 6. It's a strength 14 AP 4 shot, so if it hits, you can fuck some shit up. So my new series, Michael janks your list. We're not going to BFS. We're going down to Dayton and hanging out with the Gemhammer guys. We agreed, we told them we would support their event last year, and we are men of our word. So we decided that. Also, unless I have a handler, I don't know when any events are. So I may or may not double book quite a bit.
Yeah, you already have. Don't worry.
Twice. So I might even buy.
Do you know where you're going this weekend?
Yes, because Tom's driving. I'm going to Anna's. And then after that, we're going to Dayton. And then I think I have like 3 tournaments in a row after that, and I have no idea what they are. So, you know what we're going back to, though? Because I don't think I need to change that much on this list. I'd like to see flayed ones just to get in the way, because this list is prone to just getting someone rushing you. Like a World Eaters can rush you, Orcs can rush you. That is one of the big things. The only thing is,
I mean, Tau can rush you now.
Yeah, true story. You're just not getting in the way. The only thing is flayed ones are 70 and the heavy destroyers are only 50, so it is a little bit tougher. But I would like something to get in the way. Because the weakness of this list is just people just getting on you now. Because if you're playing something like Search and Destroy, board corners, people can just get on top of you like right now. Especially people that can forward deploy and shit like that. I mean, you're talking about, the Wraith unit, Marnius Calgaran boys, just literally anybody on board corners, because you're only 13 inches apart. So I'd like something to get the fuck in the way. I would probably rather have, for me, I'd rather just have 2 units of flayed one than 3x1 heavy destroyer. But I'm also pessimistic, and I just assume that I'm going to play everything that's bad for me. You know what I mean? In team tournament, I'd probably keep 3x1 heavy destroyer. If I'm talking singles, I would just put in 2 units of flayed ones. Besides that, the list is fantastic. On that note, please like and subscribe to the channels. 2 of them.
I'm proud of you. You didn't, KR didn't even prompt us. You did it on your own.
I'm a good boy. I'm a big boy now. Is anybody old enough for that commercial but me?
I think all of us are, except for Michael.
He's 11.
I have models older than Michael. A lot of models. I was promised a big boy list.
Yeah, that was surprising. See? People know. On that note, Brandon, what else you got coming up?
What do I have coming up? A lot of Kroot and a lot of the time. So gonna build all the Kroot here soon. Build and paint them.
All the Kroot,
so I can get ready
all
to
the time.
Win the first GT with nothing but Kroot.
Nothing but Kroot? Kroot party? Yeah. We need a Kroot party. We need a Kroot party. Here, I'm gonna put us by the fire. Oh man. I just have the Zoolander thing instead of you going crazy. I guess I'll get Brandon a bad. If you were to orcs to teams, what would you lean into? I would take probably 10-5-5 knobs or 10-10 knobs. I just think right now that you have to have knobs in your army. You need that higher strength. There's just so much vehicles. There's so much high strength. So much high toughness that you're just not getting away because you only have one round. If you bring the Gaz, you only have during the WOG that you get lethal hits. So you can do big hits, but like you have to be able to pick up this T6, this T7, T10, you know what I mean? So I would definitely be on that. Every one of my lists starts with 2 units of Storm Boys and 2 units of Gretchen. Start with that. I'm also a huge fan of the 6-man Squig Hog Riders with the Knob and Smash a Squig with Headwampa Kill Choppa, because those guys all have anti-monster, anti-vehicle 4, so you can do work into big shit, you know, no matter what the toughness. And also the Knob and Smash a Squig with the Headwampa Kill Choppa is doing mortals on 4s, and he's doing them on 3s during the walk. So those are 2 things that I auto put in. If I'm bringing knobs, I'm bringing 2 war bosses to go with those knobs. So the list starts writing itself, and I don't go anywhere without Dirty Bad Ruck and the boys. So that's kind of the basis of my list right now. And then you can mix and match what else you want in your list after that. And then you need at least 3 trucks. So you need 3 trucks for all the stuff I just said. You can go with I've been back and forth on a big unit of either Beast Snagga boys or just regular boys. With the Walk Banner is never a bad thing, but if you take a 20-man unit in a battle wagon, there's nothing bad with that. I mean,
this sounds like a very balanced orc list.
Well, that's the thing.
So
right
what
now,
you're saying is you're going to do like a take all comers orc list?
I do not like Killicans. They just don't do enough damage for what they are. I want to love them. I also think that Alan's got like 48 of them in his house, so it'd be pretty easy to run them. They just need a little bit. They need to be better pointed. They need more damage. They're not bad. They're just not good enough for me to go in. There's just too many armies that are just like hyper efficient, you know, and you have to balance your army out to be able to face those armies that just have better pointed shit. So you have to kind of take whatever the best. I look for everything with, you know, attacks per point, you know, wounds per point, and then movement, of course. So it's a big deal on that. I mean, if Brandon didn't ruin everything for the orcs and make the codex not come out, we would be talking about new lists for orcs right now. But I mean, he broke the sky.
I am personally responsible.
He's
for that.
personally responsible for ruining orcs
and custodes, for that matter.
And custodes. I mean, I don't even know if custodes want a codex right now because they got all those buffs, so they could wreck it. So, but the biggest thing when you're making a list is there's 3 things. There's 3 things in play, and there's 3 things in making a list. When you're making a list, you have to ask yourself, do I have enough scoring? Do I have enough blocking? Do I have enough damage? And those are your 3 building blocks of a list. And then when you're playing, you have to, every time you go to move a model, you have to ask yourself, how am I scoring? How am I denying? How am I setting up for next turn? And if you can't answer those questions in both, you need to reevaluate what's going on. And that's all I have to say about the war in Vietnam.
Did you fight in the war in Vietnam, Brad?
I was too old by then. So all of the stuff, some of the times. Thank you, sir. I am a wizard. I'm old. A wizard.
So what's next for Brad streaming?
Next for Brad streaming is tomorrow. We're gonna do a stream. I want to do a hobby stream, and we were gonna have who's showing up tomorrow. Andy wanted to talk shit. You're invited if you want to talk about modeling stuff because we didn't do it today. But tomorrow's stream is going to be a hobby focus stream. I'm actually going to put some of the stuff I've been doing. I'm going over to Snakes to paint tomorrow. I'm going to get my army for.
Are you live streaming you painting?
I don't know. There's 50-50.
I don't believe you actually paint, so that's what I want to see visual confirmation.
You can submit lists on the Discord, DOG Discord. Go into Fix My Fucking List, Brad, which is what it's called right now. So we'll rock that out. Also, why is the link not working? That's bullshit. What is happening there? Nightbot. We got to tell Tom on
I
this.
think it got deactivated because I haven't seen it in a long time.
What's wrong with my Nightbot? It's actually Tom's Nightbot. God damn it. Can't take that guy anywhere.
The bot is dead. Long live the bot.
We will resurrect the bot. The bot will not be dead. So I'll be over at Anna's in Montague, Michigan, and then I'll be in Dayton at the Gemhammer team event. And streaming tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I might be on stream at some point in time in the afternoon. I'm going to go over there fairly early, paint a little bit. So I may or may not be on. It really depends on what Stinks has ready to go at his house. I might actually stream to Twitch tomorrow. Brad loves Facebook messages. I respond to those quickly too.
Way faster than text.
True story. I don't even know. I'm actually not sure where my phone is right now. So I think it's getting charged over there somewhere. Or the messages on Brad Chester's 40K Facebook wall. Jesus Christ. That thing's...
Happy anniversary, Brad Chester 40K wall. Who would have guessed that Brad would be streaming?
Who knew?
You know, Brad, you should post a link to every time you stream on your Facebook wall.
You know what? I'm going to. Do I have the ability to do this?
Yeah, well, you schedule it, and then you just copy the link by share, and then you just post it on your Facebook wall. I think it'd be hilarious.
I did not know there was a question on my wall. What was the question? How to make things good? How to get good at 40K? Oh, yeah, I remember this. And I feel that the question was already answered by saying drink more wine.
Yeah, but you did not answer the question.
So I just agreed with what was said.
You should recommend what type of wine he should drink.
Malbec.
I'm always
Malbec. You'll be very disappointed to find out I have no money. So, all right. Let's Queens Wave over.
He's suing you for those painted orcs. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And if you want to check out Crude Projects, I'm on stillfrostygaming.com, Stillfrosty Gaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And do you have your Lorecast, Brad?
40K Lorecast. It is 40K Lorecast literally everywhere. Facebook, Spotify, the website. You can't take my channel. I own every one. So all of the things, some of the time. Until then, stay milky.